Autophagy and You, the science of intermittent fasting. Have you ever wondered why your older brother skips breakfast some days? It's probably not because they overslept or forgot to eat. They might be practicing something called intermittent fasting, which is a fancy way of saying they eat during certain hours of the day and don't eat during others. It's a bit like a food schedule. Today, we're going to learn about intermittent fasting, a sciencey thing called autophagy that happens in your body when you fast, and how to do intermittent fasting the right way. Intermittent fasting is kind of like setting a schedule for when you get to eat. Imagine if you could only play video games between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., and the rest of the time the console was off limits. That's how intermittent fasting works, but with food instead of video games. It's not a diet because it's not really about what kinds of food you eat. It's more about the hours you choose to eat. Some people might decide to only eat between lunch and dinner from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., and they won't eat anything else for the rest of the day. That means no breakfast, no late-night snacks, nothing. This gives your body a good long rest from digesting food. It's like how you feel refreshed after a good night's sleep. The same thing happens to your body when it gets a break from breaking down food. Cool, right? Think of your body as a very intelligent machine. When you munch on your favorite foods, your body has a big job. It has to break down all that food and transform it into energy to help you run around, play, and do your homework. If your body gets more energy than it needs right then, it saves some for later, kind of like putting money in the piggy bank for a rainy day. When you're in the middle of a fast, like when you're sleeping or during the hours you chose not to eat with intermittent fasting, your body doesn't just sit idle. It's smart, remember? It goes to that energy piggy bank and starts using what it saved. It's like you have a really cool rechargeable battery inside you. When you eat, you're charging up the battery. Then, when you're not eating, your body switches to battery power. This allows it to use up all that stored energy. It's a pretty neat system, don't you think? And that's how intermittent fasting works. Your body is just switching between charging up and using the battery, helping you stay energized all day long. Remember when we said your body is like a super smart machine? Well, when you're fasting, it doesn't just use stored energy. It also does a super cool thing called autophagy. Think about it like your body's version of a cleaning crew. Just like how your mom or dad might clean up the house while you're at school, your body cleans up your cells while you're fasting. Autophagy, which sounds like autophagy, is a word that scientists use to talk about the way your body gets rid of parts of your cells that are old or not working right anymore. Imagine if you had a bunch of old broken toys in your room that you didn't play with anymore. You wouldn't want to keep tripping over them, right? Well, your body feels the same way about old broken parts of your cells. So, when you're not eating, your body takes the time to tidy up your cells by breaking down and getting rid of the parts it doesn't need anymore. That's why intermittent fasting is kind of like hitting the cleanup button for your body. It's a break from digesting food and a chance for your body to focus on housekeeping. And the cleaner your cells are, the better they can work to keep you healthy and feeling great. It's pretty amazing what your body can do when you give it a chance, huh? You might be wondering why someone would want to skip meals on purpose, right? Well, intermittent fasting isn't just about getting slimmer, even though it can help with that, too. But it does a lot more. Thanks to the super cool cleaning crew, autophagy, it can help keep your body running like a well-oiled machine. Imagine your body as a car. You know how a car runs smoother and lasts longer if it gets regular tune-ups? Intermittent fasting is like a tune-up for your body. It can help keep your heart pumping strong, your brain thinking sharp, and even potentially help you live longer. Wow, who knew not eating could be so beneficial? Plus, some people say that intermittent fasting gives them a burst of energy. It's kind of like when you're playing a video game and you find a power-up. It gives you an extra boost to keep going and maybe even level up. Others say they just generally feel better, kind of like how you feel after a really good night's sleep. So, while intermittent fasting might seem a bit strange at first, it can be pretty awesome for your health. Isn't that amazing? And remember, everyone is different, so the benefits can vary from person to person. But the most important thing is to listen to your body and do what feels right for you. So, you're ready to give intermittent fasting a try, huh? Cool. But remember, just like with a game, it helps to have some strategies up your sleeve. Here are some tips to make your intermittent fasting a big success. 1. Start slow. Like a new video game, you don't have to master it all at once. Start by fasting for a few hours and then gradually increase the time. 2. Listen to your body. It's super important to listen to your body just like you listen to your mom or dad. If you feel dizzy or too tired, it might be time to break your fast and have a snack. 3. Stay hydrated. Even though you're not eating during your fasting hours, you can still drink water. Staying hydrated is like oiling a machine. It keeps everything running smoothly. 4. Keep busy. Sometimes we eat because we're bored, not because we're hungry. So find something fun to do to keep your mind off food. Maybe you can play a game or read a book. 5. Don't overeat. When it's time to eat, don't chow down like a hungry bear. Eating too much at once can make you feel really full and uncomfortable. 6. Have patience. Just like learning a new game, it might take a while to get used to intermittent fasting. But don't worry, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Remember, it's always a good idea to talk to a grown-up before you start something new, especially when it involves food and eating. Even though we're learning about times when you don't eat, it's still super crucial to pay attention to what you munch on when you do eat. Think of it like this: if you had a super cool race car, you wouldn't put yucky sludge in the gas tank, right? You want to give it the best fuel so it can go really fast and win races. Your body is just like that race car, and the foods you eat are like the fuel. So even if you're trying intermittent fasting, you can't just eat candy bars and potato chips all the time and expect your body to run smoothly. Yummy treats are okay sometimes, but not all the time. Make sure you're eating a rainbow of foods. That means lots of different fruits and vegetables, which come in all kinds of cool colors. They're like the top-tier power-ups for your body. Don't forget proteins like chicken, eggs, and beans, too. They're like the super boosters that help you grow strong and tall. And drink lots of water. Imagine it like the oil that keeps all the parts of your body working well together. So even while you're having fun experimenting with intermittent fasting, remember to fuel up with the good stuff.